I know I said I'd do away with all the bullshit, but here I am again, trying to prove that I'm the man who all these mannequins. Yo, we are in the building. It's your boy Steven the Dream for another edition of This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check In with DJ Issa, King Cannon. And I'm back, man. Back here with another artist. I'm back in the Carolinas. This time I brought one of the homies, really, man. Somebody I've known for a real long time. Actually, he's been doing this thing in rap for a while. But he's an artist he's just real hip hop. I say that for sure. I know we have a lot of different artists on This, That, and the Third. We like to interview people from all over, but this is one of the hip hop guys that I would really say been doing this thing. We got Braille, Rhymestone in the building. What's good with you, man?
Hey man, same old. We always working.
It's good to see you, man. It's been a minute, man.
Oh yeah, it's been a hot minute.
But I see you have been working. You've been doing your thing with the tape that just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
We just dropped the tape this past weekend, actually, right?
Yep, Sunday.
Talk about the tape. Talk about the progression it was to get to the tape. Why'd you decide to drop? Just give me a little info on it.
Well, the tape's called No More Designer, and it's been a tape. I've been kind of working on it for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I had a couple beats. I didn't know where I wanted to go with it for a while. But, you know, the general consensus for me is like, you know, I'm focusing more on doing myself. You know, no more designer, no more working on that flashy facade. I'm not trying to create an image, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The project's like me coming back. I'm getting back to my roots, you know?
So with that, I mean, you got a lot of you had a lot of features on the tape for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But what I noticed was, or from just what we had discussed, a lot of those guys are known in this area,
mm-hmm.
or maybe buzzing and making a name for themselves in this area. What was the decision to keep the tape maybe a little more localized versus maybe going out and finding those features that more people may have their names prevalent around?
I want Charlotte to pop, man.
Nice.
That's
nice.
What I want, and it's like, you know, I believe that I'm gonna get up there regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do get up there, I want to have that repertoire with all my homies. You know what I'm saying? I don't need those extra features. You know, there's so much talent in this area alone.
Right.
So much diverse talent. You know, why do I need to go out there and get somebody else when I got somebody who could potentially do it better right down the street? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And a lot of people, I think we need to really start appreciating the talent that's here, because once it does bubble, it might have been somebody you had to work with in 2012 and they didn't have a name, and that might be the song to get them on. But if you feel like you're too big for your own city, then it's really hard, I think, for your city to come back and support you. And we even talked a little bit. I mean, how has it been? Because how long you been rapping, actually? Let me ask you that for people that don't know.
I've been rapping, I'm gonna say 9th grade, so that for us it'd be like 2008, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you put some time in.
Past that actually. It'd be like 2006, 2005.
7.
Cause I started rapping when we used to do when we was on the football team. We used to do that the Freestyle Fridays in the back. You know what I'm saying? That's what started getting me into it.
Okay. Were you always Braille Rhymestone, or was there someone?
No,
Okay. Tell me about.
I was J-Rock originally.
Okay.
Until I started listening to J-Rock and realized it was already one in the game. So,
okay.
You know, from there I picked up the Rhymestone image, and I stuck with that. I think I became Rhymestone like 2009. And, you know, it was cool for where I was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I joined the military and I was out there, I was gone for like 6 months. And, you know, sitting there thinking, reflecting on my stuff. And it was like one big thing to me is I like to make personal, introspective music. You know, people can relate to, people can feel, you know. And then from that, I came up with the name Braille, you know, because it's music that people can feel.
I like the name too, because when you really think about what goes into an artist's name, I mean, you got all type of crazy stuff out here that really don't relate, but you have a meaning behind it, and there's a meaning behind the music that you make too. I want to kind of get into a couple songs on the actual project that you got now. Talk about the intro track. Was it strategic that you used that for your first song, or was it?
Man,
Cause you put a lot. I like what you was rapping in the first track. What's it called?
it's called The Narcissist.
The Narcissist? Okay, talk about the Narcissist a little bit.
It was I heard the beat. The beat's produced by this dude Scab Beats. I've worked with him a little bit in the past, man, and he just passed me a lot of stuff, man. I guess he liked the music. And he was like, you know what, just take these beats, do what you will with it. And when I heard that beat, that jazzy, like the way it came in, I just started riding, and it felt so good. I was like, this is how I got to bring in the track. You know, it's no question about it.
Do you have a style in particular? Like, I know a lot of artists don't like to be put in a box per se because you want to be multifaceted, but is there something that when they type your name on YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, that they should expect, or is it kind of, it could change, it could alter? Like, what do you want to relay in your music?
The simple answer is no.
Okay.
There is no, because, you know, of course, boom bap is the roots. Boom bap's always going to be the roots, but I try to make myself versatile. I like all types of music, so I like to do all types of music.
Okay.
Like, you might hear me on some wild ratchet shit on one song, and the next one might be a whole R&B track altogether. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I want to be, because I want to incorporate everything that inspired me, not just pick and choose. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Talk about the love. You said you went to the military. Definitely appreciate your service, but what kind of love have you been able to receive from other places, or are they receptive about your music out there, or where you not to get into your personal, but like, where do you think your audience is now that you joined the military? Can you kind of pinpoint, well, now I know somebody listens to me in Kuwait or Illinois or something like that? Like,
it's, you know, it's spotty, but the beautiful thing was I got a lot of attention when we were in basic training and advanced individual training and stuff like that. And so I've got people everywhere, man. You know, we did the same thing we did on the bus, man. We would get little freestyle ciphers going on. We wrote songs together. I still keep in touch with a lot of them. So it's like I got people in Florida that support me, people in Texas, California. And I do my best to visit them too. You know, show appreciation, get out there and show love to my people because they show love to me. So, you know, it's everywhere. I'd say the most attention definitely is still Charlotte.
Okay, that's good to still have the base here, because I mean, those are the people that they got to know J-Rock, and now, you know, they're getting to see Rhymestone, or they're getting to see the evolution and how you've progressed. And like, I saw the reception you were getting from the tape when you dropped it recently, and it looked like it was all love. Let me ask you, is that being in this new, I won't even say it's new at this point, but being in this social media age to where a lot of people want a certain, they may not appreciate the hip hop, the type of rap that you do. They may not really understand that the bars that you're putting together, the patterns, the rhyme patterns that you're putting in place and together are what originates hip hop. Have you had any difficulty maybe trying to keep it original to how you want to do it versus trying to change and go with what's popping and what's new, and just getting the chorus that's going to stick in everybody's head, that's going to make them like the song, versus you getting those bars off, which I know you like to do? Has it been tough in any way for you?
It was for a while. I definitely was, I reached a point where I was trying too hard to do a certain style of music to catch people's ear, you know, and that goes back to the theme of the No More Designer album. It's like, you know, I stopped feeding in to what everybody wants to see and just doing it because somebody gonna love it, man. And, you know, that's the beauty about music. There's something out there for everybody, and everybody's gonna like something, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So there's other people with my taste, and the beautiful thing is with me is I do it all, you know? So I feel like I can get people's ear regardless of what I put out.
Okay. Do me this. Give me an artist that you know that maybe the world isn't privy to, that if you could just share a little bit of your light that you're getting right now, that you would say, y'all need to go check them out. That you just, maybe not even from maybe where you're from, just an artist that you listen to a lot, that you could give a little light to that people really wouldn't know about right now.
Man, there's so many.
Okay.
You know, King Callis, I think he goes by Jamonte now. That's one of my favorite local artists.
Okay.
Of course, Phase God, that's actually the leader of my group, Phaser Gang.
Talk about the Phaser Gang real quick. I know we getting into the art, but talk about the Phaser Gang because y'all been rocking together for a good minute. Y'all definitely put some projects together. But why collective? I mean, I know you're doing your own thing as well, but what is so important about having that collective together too, that you can always go back to, like the TDEs, other collective, you know, there's like the good music kind of camp type things like that. Why is it so important for your career?
It's important for me because, you know, I value friendship and brotherhood to a high degree. You know what I'm saying? I like being a part of something with people I believe in and who believe in me. I got blessed with Phaser Gang. You know, we don't really consider ourselves a group. It's more like a conglomerate, a connection of just dudes that we work together, but we mostly all support each other's movements and stuff like that. And you know, I always say I was blessed because it happened by chance. You know what I'm saying? I was working at McDonald's, writing my raps on the back of McDonald's receipts.
Okay.
And my homeboy worked there, was doing the same thing, and we caught that vibe. And then when I went out to the military, I come back and he's like, "Hey man, I'm part of this group." And you know, I told him about you. They like your stuff. I met him one time, and you know, it's my favorite thing about being a part of a group is everybody's so different.
Right.
And we're all competitive.
Okay.
So whenever we get on a song, it's like, you know, we all trying to outdo each other. And to me, that makes the best songs because each person's coming with their best stuff because they don't want to lack next to their homies. You know what I'm saying?
Very important because you don't want to be the guy that where they're like, we're gonna put you on the end. You want to be the Kendrick or the Big Sean of the Control song. Like, unfortunately, you don't want to be the even though J Rock did his thing on the Control, but you want to be that guy that comes with it first. So that's huge. And I don't know if a lot of people realize that. Like we were talking about just Charlotte in general. I think that the city is not a problem, but I think that everybody wants to be that one to say, I'm putting Charlotte on the map. Focus on me. Let's see what I'm doing. Versus, all right, it's four of us that we know are really hot. We need to probably put a tape out because you got an audience here, you got an audience here. Your style caters to this group. We all can be the one. Like, look at ASAP. We knew Rocky. Rocky came out, but it wasn't long before we knew Ferg. We knew the other guys in ASAP soon after, but I think that's because they realized, hey, I got just as much talent as him. I know he has just as much as talent as me. Let's get together and figure out what to do to make this pop. And I think that would help the city a lot. Phaser Gang being, you know, some guys that are looking, like you said, competitive. They know they can stand alone, but as a group,
it's like, why not, man? Because, you know, in the end, you're making each other better.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be the version of Braille Rhymestone that I am today if I didn't have that competition. You know, I couldn't hop on a song with Hadel and Phase God and throw no weak verse. I'm going to look dumb because both of them go off. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I came up, my first tape was with Flash Marino.
Shout out to Flash
You know what I'm
Marino,
saying? He put me on because before I actually started doing stuff, he was doing the freestyle videos.
Yes.
On Facebook. Was he on MySpace before that?
We was doing it on the Facebook. Really, if y'all ever get a chance, look up Test of My Abilities. It was Kane back then, but it was going by Kane back in the day. Definitely one of those guys. Like if you're gonna come with freestyle and if you're gonna be doing that, you got to come with your stuff against him. So I know for sure you was that definitely had you being like, all right, I got to come with it if I'm gonna step in this circle.
And that's why, like, even to this day, every chance I get when I'm working on a new project, I got to hit Flash up because I'm like, we connected well and we bounce off each other. You know, he's another one of those people who I'm competitive with.
Yeah.
You know, I respect his music, I love his craft, but when we get on a track, I can't be the weak one on this song. You know what I'm saying? I got to come with it. So I do my best to be on songs with people that make me say, hey, I got to do something nice. I can't just throw no bullshit on here.
Okay. We hit them in August. We're going to hit them again early 2019, late
probably
2018.
Probably early 2019.
What's going to be the difference or would there be a big difference in what you brought with this current tape, the No More Designer, versus what you have to come that you have already preparing for and letting the people know that's coming soon as well?
I want to look at it as a calm before the storm.
Okay.
The project that's coming out next is going to be a little bit more aggressive. You know, I've definitely played around with a lot of different sounds with that project.
Okay.
You know, melding my styles together with other sounds that I'm not used to.
Okay.
And it's an organic project because every song on there, it ain't no like, nothing was really plotted. You know, we go in the studio, and I did this on purpose for this particular project. We go in the studio, and whatever we record is what we record, and it's going on this project. You know, until I get the number that I like, and then when I get the number I like, you know, we put the little tweaks to finish it, make it sound good for the people, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I want this particular project to just be organic. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not going in and I'm calling it the Kanye model of the short album versus the long. You're just gonna find when you realize I got enough to fulfill what I wanted to get across. That's what we're going with, right?
Exactly.
There. Okay.
It could be 7, it could be 15. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But whatever it is, you're gonna get it beginning of the year.
I'm enjoying No More Designer right now, so if it's any indication of the calm before what's coming, then I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming. If you want, let's play something from the tape.
Okay.
Let's get something loaded up right now. This is This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check-In Podcast with DJ Issa, King Cannon. I want to give a shout out real quick to my boy Quan Boogie, something called Doobies. Rocking his line right now. Shout outs to the Doobies brand. They just dropped a whole new line. Y'all make sure to hit something called Doobies up for their new lines, all the new flavors they got. But what we gonna play from the tape right now?
This is a title track from the project called No More Designer.
No More Designer. Got Braille Rhymestone in the building. This, That, and the Third interview series. We'll be right back.
No more designer. That is no longer in my desires. They say to make it expensive habits required. Yet I'm still getting brain in my stay nappy attire. Whip ain't clean, but I'm still a rider. I've been down since Kanye went through the wire. It's obscene how you let the green guide you. And now your team can't even recognize you. They say never turn your back on your niggas, that shit'll haunt you. You made a fortune, but what did it really cost you? Hey, let's be honest, your new attire is awful. From matching t-shirts to sever ties and lawsuits. The moral of the story is lack of morals is self-destructive. When glitz and glamour's disband, you are left with nothing. The recognition gon' come, fuck the reckless Russian. You ain't trying to have this discussion. Look, they don't give a fuck about you, nigga. 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 Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. But I still got my Tim's done. The new me want the dough, he try and get the wealth. Old me only wanna know how the winners felt. So every day new clothes, though it didn't help. Lost weight, so I poked holes in a Fendi belt. That was 2012. Fucked around and maxed the credit card on these new apparels. The flyways caught the gaze of a cougar who was craving to let me put her thing in her medulla. She said she know the way she living ain't good, but her hubby cross states and my dick game good. Smart niggas plant seeds, dumb niggas lay wood. Then they wonder why the green ain't growing in they hood. Fast forward, they collectors are the only ones calling. Cause where the money goes, all the pussy follows. After that I did away with the facades, but to be honest, I never learned my lesson with these broads. They don't give a fuck about you, nigga. 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 Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. But I still got my Tim's done. Don't get blood on your name brands. We just different niggas caught in the same plan. You talking down on those who come from the same land. Thinking since you got a couple dollars you a change man. That mentality's silly. Look at the bigger picture. To the ones running the system, you still considered a nigga. See, we all are equal. You don't get it, nigga. Even a man stuck in poverty could grip a trigger. And these the ones that's more likely to fighting for survival while you fighting for the flying shoes. When the stomach rumbles, kind niggas turn maniacal. Like birds fly south, bullets fly for survival. You fly for attention, where's it getting you, dog? Besides naked on the streets while your shit's getting pawned. Don't get pissed off, what I'm speaking is reality. Live life how you think it has to be, it's just a fact that they don't give a fuck about you, nigga. 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 Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. Sweatpants, white tee if you find me. But I still got my
We are back in the building. It's your boy, Stephen the Dream. This, that, and the third interview series. I'm here with my boy, Braille, Rhymestone. We just heard the project title track, No More Designer. That's my joint right there, bro. I like that one. I like that one. That's real. I think it's thing been going around for Facebook. They're like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's a lot of people that need to check that track out right there. What was the inspiration behind having that track and even the chorus? Like, is that just like from personal experience? That's just how it is, or?
I mean, it is. It really is. I study the game. I pay attention to it. You know, I think a lot of it, when it came to the designer aspect of it, I saw Kanye's experience with the big leagues. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
and I seen how they treated him, and it was like, you know, in reality, that's how they view us. You know what I'm saying? We just put money in their pockets, and that's it. They don't actually care about us. And I'm like, you know, do you? If that's what you like, that's what you like. But just understand, you know, they don't care about you.
Right.
You know.
And a lot of people don't realize that we'll go out here and spend $2,500, $1,700 on some shirts, some shoes, all of this, and it's like,
it only
costs, on wearing it once, it only costs them about 2% of that to make.
Mm-hmm.
And now when something go left or a scandal come out or they done said something wrong, y'all still won't go out and support it. And it's like they don't do enough to maybe, hey, I'm gonna give you $2 million to rock this instead of you having to spend all your money on it just because you're making it more glamorous because you're spending money. Instead, we could sign a deal with you, put you in all our stuff, and now you gonna turn around and give you a line. Kanye really, and I don't know if it's his fault per se, but he really, it seemed like he was really warped in what he was going through. It's really refreshing to hear somebody like yourself really just denounce all of that, really, like. But at the same time, like, I still got my Timbs though.
Yeah,
like,
you know
some stuff is classic, you know, and it just shows maybe I ain't above it, you know. But at the same time, I'm not a slave to it. Is what I took from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dope. Y'all make sure to check that out, man. Check out the whole tape. This is that in the third podcast or interview series. I like to talk about something maybe a little off kilter a little bit. So you're in the military.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to get you in no troubles. I don't want to get you in no issues. But can you just allude to me maybe just what your experience has been from basic? Because how long have you served? Been doing service at this point now?
I'm at 7 years right
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you go into it? And did you think that, dang, I'm going into them? Because I know a lot of people, it's not for everybody, but I know a lot of people will make that their last resort sometimes. Maybe it's a means to something else. What was your thought getting into the military, and why did you decide that, hey, I'm still going to pursue this music career, but I think this could be something else that I could add to help with that even?
Honestly, at the time, I was feeling defeated.
Okay.
You know, where I was at that point in life. You know, I got to the point where I was having to do things that I wasn't proud of doing to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I could keep doing that. Like, I had just got my foot in the door, and I'm like, I could keep doing that, or I could reset. I need some sort of reset. And my homie was with me the whole way. We joined together, and we just said, fuck it. We dove in to see what it was like. We didn't really know what we was getting ourselves into, you know, besides the basics, you know, military, war, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know the depth of it, though.
Yeah.
But I got in there, and I'd actually, like, at this point, I was thinking about putting music on the back burner at that time.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't pushing the way I wanted to push. At that time, I think I was living in Rock Hill. We had an apartment, and I was recording out my closet, you know, with a cheap little microphone I got from Walmart for $20. You know, we was trying to do the best we could. And I was just like, man, it's rough. You know, it's not getting anywhere really. So I joined the military, and it surprised me. To me, it showed how deeply music is rooted in my passions and stuff, because it surprised me how out there the spark came back, and it was like people were brought to me that brought that spark back. Like there was this girl, Jennifer, amazing singer. You know what I'm saying? She sang to me one day, and then I had to sing back because I'm like, you know, you got me feeling good now. And, you know, I had homeboys, one of my homeboys, Caleb Day, you know, he was a spitter. He started spitting. I had to spit back. You know, it was there. We was feeling it. My homeboy Bracy, You know, he was very inspirational in me and making me see how the world really is and what I have to do. You know, just listening to his stories and his life and stuff like that. My dude Melanin was there, and you know, I came out of there with a whole new passion. You know, I was rapping better than I had rapped before. You know, I had new ideas that I didn't have before. And then just like that, as soon as I come back, Phaser Gang.
Right.
And I start hitting my performances and stuff with them and Masher and all these people who in my mind at the time were more talented than me. You know, because the thing was, I was just a spitter back then. I couldn't do no hooks. Yeah, I couldn't do no hooks and nothing like that. I could give you a hot 16. I give you 24, but I didn't know how to orchestrate the actual songs.
Right.
But I started getting on stage with these guys, featuring on their songs, seeing how they move, studying them. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm where I am now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be there without that. So the music, the military played a big part in this progression.
That's interesting because a lot of people will, like you said, you had kind of lost it at that point for what you were, and the fact that you could go into that situation and these people that you didn't know was able to just say, was able to bring it out of you again, and you're more cultured, you've lived some more life at that point now, so to be able to come back to the situation you did, I mean, it was a blessing, but all probably something that once you kept your mind focused on it, you probably realize, okay, this all happened for a reason at this point now.
It's the universe, man.
Yeah.
You speak it in the universe and it gives it to you.
Okay. One more time, if you don't mind, I want you, just because I think it's really important, just give me where your name comes from again, because I don't think people really grasp onto the fact that how, like, your story to be able to tell, like, I'm Braille Rhymestone because this is why. Just give them that one more time if you don't mind. Just tell them what the meaning of it, where it comes from.
Yeah, Braille Rhymestone. Rhymestone originally was, you know, I was a youngin, and I'm shining like rhinestones. But I had the rhymes too, and then that orchestrated that rhymestone. You know, to me, I look at it in retrospect, and I felt kind of cheesy with it. You know, I was like, that ain't the name that's gonna pop on a scene. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, you know, when I got that inspiration again in the military and stuff, Braille resonated with me because that's all my music. My music is introspective, you know. Even when I'm on them trap beats and I'm talking shit, I always lace it with some of that personal life, you know, let them know that this is what I'm dealing with. And, you know, so making music that people can feel and relate to, it resonated with me, and Braille came out of that. And for a while, it was just Braille.
Yeah.
But then I decided, you know, I got this whole image. I built on it. You know, I got a character. If you look at all my artwork's done by Josh Henderson. What is Relax? You know, amazing artist. And I created a character based off of my perception of myself. And this is Braille Rhymestone. So every time you see a Braille Rhymestone project, you see him. You know, that's the image. So I gave myself a last name to give them an actual. It's like I give them an actual person. It's not just an alias, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so it's an expression of me. It's an embodiment of me, you know what I'm saying? And everything that's going on inside.
Absolutely, man. This was a real good conversation I think we had here. I think we covered a lot. I think the people definitely going to understand a little more when they hear the music, the man that's behind it as well. One more time, give us the project, where they can get the project from. And then just what's to come next, for our visuals, new music. Just let them know one more time so we can get the overview again, so they know where to look for you.
The project's called No More Designer, and you can find it on SoundCloud. Braille Rhymestone, BRAILLE, Rhymestone, RHYMSTONE. You can follow me on Instagram too. It's Braille, same thing, Braille Rhymestone with an underscore between Braille and Rhymestone. Okay. But as far as what's to come, man, I'm trying to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I've got videos to put out. I've got joint projects with people that's coming. And then I've got my own personal album that I've been working on. Melancholy Folly is the name of it.
Melancholy Folly.
And that's supposed to drop early 2019. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I heard you was gonna give us a little flavor from it if you don't mind.
I'll give you a little something.
Okay. As I outro us, y'all, again, this is This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa and King Cannon. Make sure you guys check that show out every week live on Facebook for all music, entertainment, interviews. We'll be back here for another interview on this, that, and the third. Want to thank my guest, Braille Rhymestone. Y'all make sure to check him out. I am Steven the Dream. Shout outs again to Doobie's Clothing, something called Doobies. Y'all check them out. The new line. Hit my boy Quan Bug up. He's really doing this thing out there. Get you some Doobies merch. And until next time, we're going to play a song. We don't even got to title it because they're going to hear it when the tape drop. We just want to give them a little preview right now. But Braille Rhymestone, play him out. We'll see y'all next time.
Wake up, profit, pull up, profit, ride round, profit, touchdown, profit. I ain't with it if it ain't about a profit. The kids gotta eat, there ain't any other option. Struggle got me feeling like I'm living in a box. But kids gotta eat, there ain't any other option. Peace of my enemies, may they rest in it. Sleep. I win even when I start on a deficit. Easy. Fuck a percentage, I need the rest of it. To the death of them, this will be the test of it. Yeah, I digest the rest cause they neglected me. Like I was left for death, but I digress. Cause even though I slept the streets, I never wet my weapon. It's my presence a king.
They come in, I know they come in only day.